It's 2024, and who still tunes on a chipped ECU? This guy. Come along with me. What's going on, everyone? Quick intro. So this video is just about chipped computers. If you're not interested in chipped computers, well, I don't know what to tell you. I wanted to get this video out there just to educate people. We sell chipped computers on the internet, we sell them to locals, and we do get questions every now and then after somebody buys one. Well, how do I tune with it? So this video should explain all that, and at the very end, I'll go over some pros and cons. So we got this H series up today. If this is your first time watching, I'm gonna get the car up in the air, I'm gonna get my straps on, gonna do a quick once over. Let's go. So before we get into the tuning portion, if you've never watched any of my videos, I do a little bit of a pre-dyno inspection just because I need to strap the car down anyways up in the air, put my straps on. So you can see, I believe this is a fuel line that's hanging down low. I believe this other one that's going through the exhaust bushing that will move with the exhaust is a brake line. It goes above over the fuel tank and then wraps around over there. So definitely some safety notes that we will tell the customer. He wanted us just to get the engine running and get it tuned, so he didn't want anything else extra done in a sense. So just documenting the stuff before it hits the dyno. Yeah. So before we get going, I'm going to just blow off the engine bay really quickly. You can see how long this thing has been sitting. What worries me the most is, you know, wherever it was sitting, well, there's a couple things. Are the injectors going to be decent? Or, you know, when stuff sits for a long period of time, they don't like to work. The other thing that I'd be worried about is mice, rodents eating some of the wiring up. So we also have a temporary intake on it. He wanted to go cheap as possible. I really didn't have anything sitting around the shop besides something I just put together, so needed something before the dyno tune. I'm going to take it off afterwards. He could bring his own later, whatever he wants to do. So I'm going to just, like I said, give it a quick blow, get some of this stuff off, and go from there. I'll just add as well, there's other stuff that should be taken care of. You know, this shouldn't rub on the dyno. It's only got 2 lug nuts on this side. Customer's just trying to save money. Let me see. I don't even know if what we're working with on this side. So we got 3 on this side, so that's better than 2. Okay, so here's how people get confused. A chipped ECU is this guy. You see the chip right here? That's the chip. That chip will come out and I can program it. You can't tune on this type of ECU because there's no data log port. Here's my ECU. So my ECU has a different type of board inside where you can see the wire that is coming out. There's different types of boards. There's Demon boards, there's Neptune boards, there's they're called emulators, ostrich. They have a bunch of different terms. All basically they all do the same thing. Basically allows me to not only see live data but also make changes live. So let me hop in the driver's seat, let me show you on my computer exactly what I'm talking about. So I forgot to show you guys one more thing. So this chip can come out. When I'm gonna burn the chip, I'll show you guys. Now these chips, if you get like cheaper ones on Amazon, some of them can't be reburned over and over. Now the main maker of these chips, they discontinued those a while ago, making it very hard to still find good quality ones. Luckily for me, I have sourced somebody that has a bunch of them, and I'm still able to get them. But at one point, if somebody doesn't step up and start making good ones, well, you're gonna have an issue. What I was going to show you guys is you take the chip out, you put it in a chip burner. Very old chip burner that I have, but it still works perfect. So when I get to that step, I'll show you. Let me hop in the driver's seat. So I have the program open. I'm using Neptune. I also tune with Honda Tuning Suite. As you can see, the TPS is actually moving back a little bit, but nothing drastic. I can read everything live. As you watch as I'm hitting the throttle, you can see it opening up. If I were to start the vehicle, you're going to see the battery RPMs and all that stuff change as well. So this allows me to go in, tune everything like it should be, monitor everything, see if there's any issues with the setup. This one has, well, it keeps having 2 random check engine lights. But once I'm done with everything, I can save the tune, which I'll show you the process of burning a chip, burn the chip, and then put it in the customer's computer, and then it's all set and it's all done. So I can, this program is similar to S300 Honda. I could set 2-step, I can do anti-lag, I can do all that fun stuff that everybody likes, the AK-47 2-step as people call it. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. That's how you tune a chipped ECU. So hopefully that process that I showed you made a little sense and helps you understand better. So this one is a wrap. Unfortunately, I was not able to fully finish the tune. There's a couple things going on that I don't like, and I want to make sure not only the safety of the vehicle and the engine is good to go, I also want to make sure that nothing is going to happen, in a sense, around the vehicle here. We're getting some vibration and shake up top in the RPM. I mentioned the lug nut stuff. One thing too that I didn't show you guys is, if you can see, it's going to kind of be hard, but the engine is also sitting at an angle. So if I'm holding the phone here still, and you look at the actual body compared to the motor, the engine, you can see how it's sitting. So there's stuff, that he could take care of. I know he wanted to save some money. He could, I made him a whole list, and he could get it back in here, and I could finish up the tune. Thanks for watching, everyone. One more thing that I forgot and I want to mention. Before you go to a dyno, guys, vacuum caps don't cost that much. Get some vacuum caps to assure nothing's leaking. So as you can see, this is what it looks like when the chip is out and the chip is in my burner. So I will get the tune loaded into my burning program, burn the chip, put it back in the computer, and we are finished. Okay, so let's discuss really quick the pros and the cons. As far as I know, the only pro that I can think of is going to be the price. Chipped ECU is a lot cheaper than, say, a Honda S300 package. But now the cons, well, you got to find somebody that still tunes and supports a chipped ECU like I do. The other big con is, let's say you have any problem wrong with the car and you think it's the TPS or the map sensor,